from Belize, a major tourism destination. Being a developing country filled with social, environmental, and economic issues that are often treated separately, I want to show how we need to view all our issues in three paradigms, three perspectives, and not just one lens.
In our fight for a healthy environment, we often forget people. A bountiful fish stock and healthy reef. Mangroves and seagrass systems affect our families, culture, and overall livelihood. Look at the legendary Mr. Jack.
I've been fishing these grounds for several years, ever since I was a little boy with my father, and the changes I have seen over the years are astonishing. The fish I catch now are smaller, less plentiful than when I was younger. It's only been a few years since scientists start listening to fisher folks start realizing that the most valuable information is held and understood by us. Our voice should be heard, and things such as lobster and conch quota systems in Belize can be influenced and regulated by us. Fisherfolk have the answer. Someone just has to ask us.
I completely agree, Mr. Jack. Besides being a tour guide, commercial, and sports fisherman, the new seaweed farming gives us another option. We are not putting pressure on the reef fisheries and still earn an income. Right, Miss B?
Day in, day out, I see fishers hustling for their lives to feed their family and pay the bills. More and more, I see respect for lobsters and conch quota systems and watch old salty dog learn new tricks. Now, if only we could get policymakers, politicians, and all the big people now to embrace change and be risk takers. Well, darling, nothing I love more than a nice pot of conch soup for my guests them. If we don't take care of our resources, then we can't expect to be enjoying all this. You feel me, darling?
You see, I am filled with wonderful people who strive to sustain my resources and culture. Now let's look at the main ingredient, the environment.
A key area in sustainability in the fight to protect and market our resources is tourism. We understand that tourism is a huge income earner for Belize. So let's open our eyes and examine the importance of tourism to Belize.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to immerse in the greens and blues of this divine country. Now, where is that sunscreen? I don't want to end up looking like a gumbo limbo bar at the wild. I've heard it's called the tourist stream. Wait, why did they clear all the lovely mangroves over there?
Well, you know, in order for development to happen, some mangroves just need to go.
What about all the species that depend on these ecosystems? What happens when there's a big hurricane?
I understand your point, Miss Yearwood. Tourism is a huge income earner, important to pay external debt, but if not properly managed, can pose unwanted impacts to our environment. One of the persons lobbying for change and sustainable practices is our biologist.
Hi there. Heard you talking about some of the unsustainable development happening on the peninsula. Am I right? Yeah. Growth of the tourism industry is key to economic development, which is important for servicing the country's growing debt, as Mr. Beck mentioned. But if not managed well, it could destroy the very ecosystems upon which it is based. We will work for change and try to promote sustainable practices and development for our future generations.
Thank you, Mr. Scientist, for sharing that with me. Now, what could I expect to see besides some yam snappers and griffins?
Well, you can expect to see some important grazers and a troublemaker.
Clear the way for an important fish. Yes, I'm the rainbow parrotfish, one of the largest vegetarians of the reef. You see, my tough parrot-like beak is used to clean the algae and organic materials off the coral. While I clean and digest a few pieces of coral, I end up excreting some sand. Yes, one parrotfish like myself can poop up to 10,000 pounds of sand each year. Talk about beautiful sandy beaches. Since I'm so important, I'm protected in Belize, so no parrotfish fillet, right? Shh, I hear something. It's the big, bad lionfish.
Now where's that lovely and tasty little parrotfish? Oh, pardon my bad manners. I'm the beautiful venomous lionfish. I'm from the Indo-Pacific, but I get to live in your Atlantic too. And you guys think I'm tasty trouble? I managed to escape those certainly have fisher for hunting gear. And you see, I'm installed in fish fingers and ceviche, and now I hear my fins are used as jewelry. But I adapt easily. I reproduce every 4 days, and I get to eat your shrimps, fish, juvenile lobsters, and crab. Now, where's that grazer?
Wow, what was that?
Oh, that is a very important guy.
Yes, that's me, Mr. Important. Even though I've been killed a lot by speeding boaters, my home has been destroyed by the destruction of mangroves and coastal habitats. Not to mention my food. My food has been sucked up by greedy dredgers just to create huge boat canals. Sad to say, even hunted. Yes, I am hunted. Folks, give me a break. All these pressures have me now endangered. But yes, I am Mr. Important. If you have not realized, I am the only herbivorous mammal in our waterways, eating up to 9% of my body weight daily, constantly excreting and constantly providing food and nourishment for small fishes and crustaceans. No wonder they taste so yummy. Now you should thank me and ensure that you protect me.
Now let's get to the part that everyone questions first, the economy.
Now let's get to the part that drives most of us, that influences policies and decisions that directly affect conservation and even some motivation to preserve and safeguard our resources, economics. We are not going to stand here and lamb it. We are going to look at the importance of our resources and how they contribute to Belize and our village.
So what you're trying to say is that I have to engage with the tour guides and all these people about reef issues, and Miss Lydia here too. All I thought I had to worry about was pay my sales tax and bargain for fresh fish.
Well, it makes sense to me. Those who travel here to visit our beautiful reef and learn about this have to stay somewhere, don't they? So we're all in this together. Whatever decisions, tour guides, policymakers, and even NGOs makes towards development and conservation will affect us. I learned that oxybenzone is a compound in sunscreen that is supposed to protect you from UV rays. But oxybenzone speeds up bleaching in coral's DNA and even humans. Well, I also know that my guests do not want to contribute to the destruction of our reef. I will advise them not to bring that coral poison to our jewel.
Many of my clients want to see the beautiful Mayan mountain and remove mangroves from their newly purchased property. I advise them to trim the mangrove instead of uprooting it. I explain the importance of our mangrove ecosystem that we need for fish nurseries, erosion prevention, and hurricane protection. Also, we need them for financial benefits. Why do we need a seawall when we have mangroves? Once I explain, they'll understand and embrace the Forestry Act.
I wasn't even looking at it like that. You know, if we can work towards the big picture, we will be able to sustain some of our existing resources. As a fisherman, I've learned to respect the things our conservationist lobbies and talk about, like conch and lobster season and quotas, because I understand not to be so short-sighted.
The struggle to safeguard our jewel, Belize, our resources, our environment, and our people. It is real. It is bigger than me and you. It is one that will require more than just conservationist effort. are the few Belizeans that actually care to protect our country. It is one that will require our decision makers, our leaders, policymakers, fishermen, tour guides, teachers, students, all Belizeans. Our ways that have been negatively impacting our country and our environment must change. Belize is important to all of us, so let's join hands in making that difference. If not for me or you, let's do it for the next generation to come.